I'm on to the bigger picture and the mastering new things. Niggas married the bitches, swear the money my boo thing. Too clean, trying me, please. I'll let them fools get socked no matter how I feel. Ain't no mood swings, and I ain't talking marriage when I'm letting the two bring. I'm just trying to pitch my music. Listeners is the new fans. Before we had real phone lines, had the boost. Never copped out stores, my homie sister, the boost queen. Reinvented this sound, I had to cut off the loose strings. Check the truck out of town, cause I need a new scene. I've been traumatized, could give a fuck about what you seen. Tell them let my dick breathe, nigga like losing, stop playing with it. Get to the top, my new scheme. With the money on my mind, I swear I got blue drinks. Smoke and drink a lot, cause a nigga go through things. Nigga, gang. Not even social.
Younga baby.
What's up, dog?
What's going on, man?
Ain't shit, man. Normal shit. You know what time it is.
All right, you my first interview on NextUp CT.
That's so.
That's so, man.
That's so. Got down.
Let the world know where you coming from.
Nigga, I'm your drunk Uncle Younga. Nigga, hailing out of Homicide, Hartford, Connecticut. You know what time it is. 860. Nigga, northeast of fucking America. Nigga, New England. Type shit, nigga. Us over everybody. Fuck is you talking about?
Hartford, Connecticut. That's the capital, man. Mm-hmm. And for y'all, for those of y'all don't know, that's the capital. That's also where I'm from. We repping CT. It's NextUp CT all day. Yo, let the people know what it's like. What was it like for you coming up in Hartford?
Coming up?
Coming up. Like growing up in Hartford.
I had two sides, bro. I lived a double life, bro. I lived great with my family. I had a great family. I had cousins that played Grand Theft Auto San Andreas with me in the house and shit. And then outside, I had niggas that taught me what the game was. Like, it is what it is. Like,
word.
Like, I lived that. Like, don't get me wrong. My good life was in the trenches. So, like, I had a great family structure in the trenches. So, like, we used to have Easter on the block. Like, not on the block, but, like,
in the neighborhood.
House was on the block. So everybody could walk in my grandmother's house and come get a plate on Easter, dog. You feel what I'm saying? Like, if you was from Brook Street, bro, you could come in the house and get a plate, bro. My grandmother sat in the window all day, every day. She know who the kid is.
So like a real community type of vibe.
Bro, we could be beefing, my nigga. If you walked in my grandmother's house on Easter and went to get a plate and you from Brook Street, bro, you was good, bro. So at the end of the day, I'm from the block, nigga. Brook Street tatted for a reason, bro.
Yeah, so you always talk about Brook Street a lot in your music. Well, what does Brook Street mean to you, and what did you learn from Brook Street that keeps it so dear to your heart?
What the fuck is you talking about? Like, I learned how to ride a bike on Brook Street. I learned how to fuck a bitch on Brook Street. I learned how to fight on Brook Street. I learned how to sell a drug on Brook Street. I learned how to smoke weed on Brook. I learned how to fucking, like, bro, like, fuck is you talking? I learned how to walk on Brook Street. I learned what it is to be a man on Brook Street. I learned how to play video games on Brook Street. I learned how, bro.
Everything.
Brook Street is me.
I'm not even from Brook Street. I'm from Uptown, Sheldon Oaks, too, as well. But I learned a lot of things on Brook Street myself. But I want to take from what you learned from Brook Street and segue into how did you start doing music?
All right, so crazy shit. I don't even think this actually has directly anything to do with my music. My dad was a Jamaican DJ, right? My dad's family was from across the street on Brook Street. Like, not from across the street on Brook Street, but they had a house across the street on Brook Street, whatever. DJ parties, a lot of my parties before my dad died, you know what I'm saying? Did a lot of music and shit. There's pictures of me 3, 2, 4 years old on the mic and shit, talking shit. Like, I always was into music. Like, music was my life. I was a fucking newborn, fucking in the club. You know what I'm saying?
So music was in your life.
And the crazy part is, I think that's why I don't like the club now. Because I was a newborn. My nigga, I'm a newborn in a Jamaican party. Everybody know Jamaican speakers is the biggest, bro.
So you was basically born into music through your father, who you said passed away. You want to just let the world know who he is? Because I know he left his mark here. My mother even knows who he is.
Gucci flavor, you know what I mean? Soul Express, You know what I mean? Shout out Satellite, shout out Uncle Marvin. You feel what I'm saying?
So
shout out Uncle Shitty.
I just want to I want to jump in and tell the viewers and tell the world that I witnessed that he comes for greatness through my own eyes. When my mom was introduced to who y'all looking at, I know as young Chris, but y'all know him as Younger B. When my mom, who found out who his dad was, light up in her eyes, she got so excited, say, "Oh my God, like you Gucci son." So I know he comes from greatness, and if you know him and you watched his background and his battles, you would know that this guy is blessed with greatness. So some of that greatness, most of that greatness come from what he talking about right now. He was on the mic at 2 years old.
That's a fact. That's a fact, bro. I was on, it's pictures on my Instagram. If you really want to know, it's pictures on my Instagram. I was 3 years old, mic like this, bro. Anybody from Brook Street will tell you I was like 3. No, this is a great story, bro. This is a great story. I was like 3, maybe 4. Maybe 4. We could push it to 4. You feel what I'm saying? My dad was like not there. Doesn't matter. My uncles did a performance at the Franklin Cafe. It was called the Franklin Cafe. I don't know what it's called now. It's a barbershop and an ice cream parlor on the corner of Bedford and Albany right now. It used to be the international. It turned into the international.
But was something else?
Before that, it was the Franklin Cafe.
Okay.
You feel what I'm saying? So what people remember from me, that's why I'm prominent in that area for people that's older than 92, because they remember a little 3-year-old boy jumping on the motherfucking table and rapping while his uncles is DJing and shit. And his dad is DJing. And that 3-year-old boy was me. You know what I'm saying? So that's why that block, Brook Street, means so much to me. Because they all know me. The older people, anybody that was born after 92, they know me. They love me, bro. Nigga, all this shit about my dad and shit.
That's
that, bro.
I know. Listen, I know how much that affects your life, so that's why I wanted to bring it into the interview, because that
niggas won't get that answer.
That shapes your greatness, and I see that, but other people don't see that. And we both of us was hindered because we didn't have our fathers in our lives. So that's a major thing that I want to get on in the world too.
But how old are we?
We grown men now.
You about to be 30?
Yep.
I just turned 29.
We grown men now.
You can call your dad tomorrow?
I can't. Yeah, I understand. I can, and you can't. And that's why I wanted to bring it up in this interview, because it drives you to. You have a drive that
I gotta
drive that. I see a lot of people don't have,
and be great,
especially when it comes to your talent. People could talk about other things or whatever, but when it comes down to your talent and you're persistent and how you've been with this music,
you're not recording this, are you?
I'm recording all this. Right? You've been setting the tone for a lot of people, and you're underrated and you're undervalued. So people need to understand you, and that's what we're gonna get at. People need to understand you. But let's get back to the questions. When did you make your first song?
I was like, maybe like there's a picture on my Instagram. I was like 5.
That your first song?
I was like 5, bro. I freestyled a song. That's why I freestyled.
Well, all right. So let me put it into better context. When was your first written song laid down on the track? Can you remember it?
No.
Or can you remember your first rhyme?
Laid down on the track is different because, like, you gotta understand. Alright, so lay down on the track, right? The thing is, when you think lay down on the track, with me, it was like, I was born in 92, right? So now I was like 4, 5, 6, my aunts and them. I was a performer from young. Excuse me. So, out the gate, my nigga, like, real shit. Nigga, I perform. I was on stage. Nigga, I remember Martin and, bro, my engineer. I remember we was kids. His mom and dad was at a fucking family party. They brought the kids from the block. I was there. I remember that. They played Cisco. Niggas was on the stage dancing, bro. I'm known for dancing.
So you basically saying, like, you've been performing for so long, you can't remember when you made your first rhyme.
Nigga, I can't, bro. I made my first rhyme when I was single digits, dog. Like, real shit. Like, I was freestyling forever. Like, I was a kid rapping. Like, I was wild. I was a fucking wild card. Like, I got right, and I rapped, and I did whatever. Like I just did whatever.
All right. What was your first battle? Because you battle rap. A lot of people know you from battle rap. Who was your first battle? All
right, so there's a dynamic to that question. So, like, my first, like, set up.
No, just
battle.
First battle.
First time I had to actually.
First time battling in general, where you had to stand in front of people and rap bars against somebody else.
The first battle I remember, like an actual battle, was Terabyte. Some dude named Terabyte in high school. I was like a junior in high school. He was a senior or something. But what I do remember, that nigga smoked me. That nigga smoked me. That nigga smoked. When I say that nigga smoked me, bro, I was embarrassed in high school. We all know a kid that's embarrassed in high school is either fight or flight. You know what I'm saying? It's either fight or flight. Guess what I did? I got nicer. But then when I got nicer, my competition got lesser. So that's why at this point, I'm at the point where I'll be like, everybody be like, yo, I felt you was about to, yeah, you felt I was about to because, nigga, none of these niggas is nice like that. Word to me.
So, you probably got about 50 battles or more.
50?
I just threw a number out there. Yeah, I just do it.
50. Try 150.
All right, he got. All right, so you probably got 150 battles or more. What would you say was your most monumental or most memorable epic battle? A battle that you heard. So no, all right. So when you meet somebody, what battle would you refer them to go watch?
Don't have one.
Don't have one? Not one at all?
Look up Younga B versus. Look up Young Chris versus. Depends on what area you want to watch.
Okay. All right, so who would you say was your hardest competition? Or was maybe the most skilled or challenging that you battled?
Yo, I ain't gonna lie. I got smoked versus Smack God. How about this? I'll tell you the people I lost to. At least two.
But I don't want you to run down who you lost to.
Bro,
because sometimes you could be
doesn't matter.
Sometimes you could have been unprepared, but that don't mean you wasn't skillfully better than them. So I want you to call out the people.
God smoked.
All right, yeah. So do that. Call out the people who actually had the talent, man.
My boots, bro.
Smack God.
Yeah, Smack God smoked my boots, and I actually watched it back recently. Like at first, I thought I won that shit. I don't know why.